there. I'm Maya, and this is my best friend, Nadia. She's the fluffiest and smartest rabbit you'll ever meet. We live in this little village, but let me tell you, our lives are full of big adventures. We've flown above the clouds, traveled through time, and even helped fairies save their magic. Every day brings something new, and we never know where our curiosity will take us. So, what do you say? Ready to join us on our next journey? Let's go!
After a rainy afternoon, Maya, in her purple dress with pink flowers, skips through garden puddles with her fluffy rabbit, Nadia. She notices a shimmering rainbow in the distance. Nadia, curious and excited, points his ears toward the brilliant rainbow. It's not just a rainbow, it's a magical bridge sparkling with light. Maya takes Nadia's paw as they step onto the rainbow bridge. They begin their journey, each step filled with wonder and warmth as colors swirl around them. Reaching the other side, they find a world with candy-colored landscapes, whipped cream mountains, soda rivers, and gumdrop trees. The sky sparkles with pastel clouds. Twinkle, a tiny creature with butterfly wings, welcomes them. She explains that the rainbow's colors are fading and needs their help to restore them. Their first stop is a forest of red tulips. To restore red, they must find courage. Maya discovers a red gemstone, and the tulips glow vibrantly. Next, an orange grove with colorless fruits awaits them. By playing joyfully, they restore the fruit's bright, juicy orange hue. They reach a field of pale yellow daisies, representing hope. Maya imagines sunlight, and the daisies turn bright yellow, filling the field with light. For green, they enter a dull meadow. Whispering kind words to the plants, Maya sees the meadow turn a vibrant, lively green. In a valley with sapphire blue lakes, they find calm and truth by sitting peacefully. Twinkle guides them to the indigo sky of dreams. They share dreams and aspirations, watching as the deep indigo color returns in waves. They walked until they came to an orange grove, but instead of bright orange fruit, the trees held pale, colorless spheres. To restore orange, you'll need to find joy, Twinkle explained. Finally, they find violet in a field of lavender. By embracing love and compassion, the airy violet returns to the flowers around them. Having restored all the colors, they cross the vibrant rainbow bridge back home, feeling the magical energy and warmth in their hearts. The garden is now lit by the most beautiful rainbow they've ever seen, a testament to their journey and teamwork. Maya hugs Nadia, thanking Twinkle. They know they can return whenever they wish to visit the magical land again. As the sun sets, Maya and Nadia look up at the rainbow, knowing they've discovered something truly special. The magical world is just a rainbow bridge away. Maya and Nadia sat by the water, closing their eyes and listening to the gentle lapping of the waves. They felt peaceful, the calmness washing over them. Slowly, the lakes turned a brilliant blue, reflecting the sky above. Maya felt a wave of calm settle in her heart as the fifth color returned. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to watch Maya's other awesome adventures. Maya, a lively 9-year-old girl, wore her favorite green dress, the one sprinkled with red and yellow flowers, as she skipped along a path through a magnificent garden. Her trusty companion Nadia, an adorable white rabbit with the fluffiest of furs, hopped merrily beside her. Together, they embarked on an adventure, immersed in the vibrant splendor that surrounded them. Everywhere Maya gazed, she saw saw a kaleidoscope of colors, blossoms of all hues stretching as far as the eye could see. Butterflies danced around them, their wings shimmering like painted glass in the sunlight. Birds perched on branches, singing melodious tunes that filled the garden with musical joy. "Oh, Nadia, look!" Maya exclaimed, pointing at a particularly curious bush of violets and marigolds intertwined, mirroring the pattern on her dress. Nadia twitched her nose in delight as if agreeing. As they ventured further, the gentle hum of a waterfall whispered through the air, guiding them towards a tranquil lake. The water sparkled like 1,000 tiny diamonds beneath the warm, golden sun. "It's magical," Nadia whispered, feeling the cool breeze tickle her cheeks. Maya knelt by the water's edge, her reflection and Nadia's mirrored perfectly in the rippling water. Nadia nudged her playfully, prompting a giggle from Maya that danced across the garden like a bell. She dipped her fingers into the cool water, sending tiny ripples across the surface, while Nadia pounced on a drifting lotus leaf. In the heart of their exploration, they found secrets of the garden, a family of shy turtles sunbathing on a rock, a butterfly with wings that matched the sky's azure, and a hidden nook where the wind seemed to hum a special tune just for them. With each discovery, Maya's heart swelled with joy and wonder. "Nature is the greatest treasure," she sighed happily, hugging Nadia close. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to watch Maya's other awesome adventures. Maya loved her garden more than anything in the world. It was her secret haven, filled with colorful flowers, buzzing bees, and fluttering butterflies. Every morning, Maya would walk among the blooms with her fluffy rabbit, Nadia, admiring the roses, tulips, and daisies that grew in the sunlight. Nadia would hop around the garden, his nose twitching with excitement as he explored every corner. But one morning, something was wrong. As Maya stepped outside, she noticed that her once vibrant garden had started to wilt. The flowers that usually stood tall and bright were drooping, their petals turning brown and brittle. Even the grass beneath her feet felt dry and lifeless. Maya's heart sank. "What's happening, Nadia?" Maya asked, kneeling beside a rosebush whose petals had started to fall. "Why is everything dying?" Nadia twitched his nose, as if he knew something Maya didn't. He hopped around, sniffing the ground until he reached the base of the rose bush. His nose wiggled furiously, and he began to dig. "Nadia, what are you doing?" Maya asked, watching her rabbit dig faster and faster. Suddenly, his paws hit something hard. Maya brushed the dirt away and gasped. Beneath the rose bush, hidden under layers of soil, was a small, glowing portal. It shimmered with soft golden light, and as Maya leaned closer, she felt a strange, magical energy coming from it. Before she could react, Nadia hopped through the portal, disappearing in a flash of light. "Nadia!" Maya cried, reaching for him. Without thinking, she followed her rabbit through the glowing portal, and in an instant, the world around her changed. Maya blinked and found herself standing in the middle of a magical forest. The trees were taller than any she had ever seen, their leaves shimmering like emeralds. Flowers bloomed in every color of the rainbow, and tiny, glowing creatures flitted through the air. Maya looked around in awe. Where are we?" she whispered. Just then, a soft, musical voice answered her. You are in the land of the fairies. Maya turned and saw a tiny fairy hovering in front of her. The fairy had wings that sparkled like diamonds. Maya turned and saw a tiny fairy hovering in front of her. The fairy had wings that sparkled like diamonds and wore a dress made of flower petals. She looked worried, her wings fluttering nervously. "My name is Lyra," the fairy said, "and I'm afraid we're in great trouble." Maya knelt down to get a closer look at the fairy. "What's wrong?" "Our magic is fading," Lyra explained. "Without it, the plants in your world, and ours, are beginning to die. The roses, the trees, the flowers, everything is connected to the magic of our world. But recently, something has gone wrong. Our magical powers are growing weaker, and we don't know why." Maya's heart raced. "That's why my garden is wilting." Lyra nodded. "Yes. If we can't restore our magic, both your garden and the entire fairy world will wither away. We have to do something," Maya said, determined to help. Nadia, who had been listening quietly, hopped up to Maya's side, ready for action. Lyra's wings fluttered hopefully. "There is a way. Deep in the enchanted forest lies the heart of the garden, a magical gem that powers all of our magic. But something is blocking its energy, and we don't know what. If you and Nadia can help us restore the heart of the garden, we can save both your garden and our world." Maya stood up, her eyes filled with determination. "We'll help you, Lyra. Show us the way." With Lyra leading the way, Maya and Nadia ventured deeper into the enchanted forest. As they walked, they saw more signs of the fading magic. Flowers drooped, trees lost their sparkle, and the air felt heavy with sadness. After what seemed like hours, they reached a clearing in the center of the forest. In the middle of the clearing stood a giant tree with twisting roots and glowing leaves. At its base was the heart of the garden, a large, shining gem that pulsed with faint light. But surrounding the gem was a thick, dark vine that seemed to be draining its energy. Maya frowned. "That vine is the problem." Lyra nodded. "It's feeding on the magic of the heart. If we can't remove it, the magic will be gone forever." Maya thought for a moment. She had always loved solving puzzles, and this one was no different. She studied the vine, noticing that it wrapped around the heart in a twisting pattern. "I think I can figure this out," she said, kneeling beside the gem. Maya and Nadia hopped up to the vine and sniffed it carefully. Maya's fingers, his little paws scratched at the ground, and began tugging at the vine. With one final tug, Maya and Nadia pulled the vine free from the gem. The dark energy dissolved, and the heart of the garden burst with light, filling the clearing with a warm, golden glow. The flowers in the forest immediately perked up, their colors returning, and the trees shimmered with life once more. Lyra gasped in awe. "You did it! The magic has been restored." "Thank you, Maya," Lyra said. "You have saved our world." Maya smiled as she watched the fairy world come back to life. "And now my garden will bloom again too?" Lyra nodded, her eyes twinkling. "Not only will it bloom, but it will stay beautiful forever. The magic of the heart is now connected to your garden, and it will never wilt again." As a token of their gratitude, the fairy gifted Maya a small vial of magical fairy dust. "Sprinkle this in your garden whenever you want something to grow," Lyra said with a smile. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to watch Maya's other adventures. Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village, there lived a curious little girl named Maya. She had big, bright eyes and a heart full of adventure. Maya's best friend was a fluffy white rabbit named Nadia. They were inseparable and had a special bond that allowed them to understand each other without words. One sunny morning, Maya and Nadia were playing near the edge of the village when they noticed something unusual. A shimmering path had appeared, leading into a dense, mysterious forest that they had never seen before. Intrigued and slightly giggly with excitement, Maya whispered to Nadia, "Let's see where it goes." The forest was unlike anything Maya had ever imagined. Towering trees stretched towards the sky, their leaves singing gentle melodies, while flowers glowed with colors she had never seen. The forest seemed alive, welcoming them with chirps, rustles, and whispers. Maya twirled in joy, and Nadia did a little hop of happiness. As they wandered deeper, they stumbled upon an ancient oak with a face crafted by time itself. The old tree spoke in a voice as warm as the sun, "Welcome, Maya and Nadia. You have entered the magical forest that appears once every 100 years. Inside lies a treasure, hidden and protected by puzzles." The mention of a treasure made Maya's eyes sparkle with curiosity. "What treasure?" she asked. "Ah, it's more than just gold or jewels," the tree replied mysteriously. "You'll have to find it to understand its true value. Here, take this." From the roots of the tree, a moss-covered map emerged. Maya and Nadia examined the map closely. It was filled with symbols and strange markings, leading them to different parts of the forest. Together, they started their quest. Their first challenge was at the Lake of Whispers. The water sang a tune and bubbles formed words. Maya realized they needed to solve a riddle written by the lake. After pondering and tossing ideas back and forth with Nadia, they solved it, and a path opened across the lake. Next, they arrived at the Meadow of Stars, a field full of twinkling lights. Nadia's ears perked up, sensing the direction they needed to go. With his keen sense, they deciphered the stars' dance and found the way forward. The final challenge awaited at the Cave of Echoes. Laughter and voices echoed all around. Maya and Nadia had to match the sounds to pictures on the map. It was tricky, but they managed to distinguish between the playful echoes and finally found a hidden passage. At last, they reached the treasure grove, where towering trees stood in a circle, guarding a stunning chest. Inside, there was no gold, but instead, a collection of glowing seeds and an ancient book. The tree's voice echoed, "These seeds will grow into magical forests everywhere you plant them, bringing joy and adventure to many." Maya and Nadia smiled, understanding their mission. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to watch Maya's other awesome adventures. One sunny afternoon, Maya, a curious little girl with bright blue eyes and a wild imagination, took her beloved rabbit, Nadia, for a walk by the sparkling lake near her home. Nadia was a fluffy white rabbit with gentle, inquisitive eyes, and he hopped happily alongside Maya, always ready for an adventure. On this particular day, something unusual caught Maya's eye. Beneath the crystal clear water, she saw what looked like the shimmering outline of ancient buildings. Leaning closer, she realized there was an entire city submerged beneath the lake. Maya's heart raced with excitement as she wondered what secrets this underwater city might hold. While she was lost in thought, a mysterious voice whispered through the rustling leaves, carrying with it 2 magical bubbles. These bubbles floated towards them, shimmering in the sunlight, promising breath beneath the water. Without hesitation, Maya and Nadia cupped the bubbles in their hands, and found themselves enveloped in a magical aura that allowed them to breathe underwater. Hand in paw, Maya and Nadia took a deep breath and plunged into the lake. As they descended, they marveled at the sight before them. Enormous crystal structures rose from the lakebed, glistening with otherworldly beauty, and colorful fish darted between coral towers. The ancient city was alive, yet it held a quiet mystery. As they explored, Maya noticed a school of fish struggling to escape from a net tangled among the corals. The compassionate girl knew she had to help. Together, she and Nadia worked tirelessly to untangle the net, freeing the grateful fish. One fish, with scales that shone like rainbows, thanked them profusely and introduced himself as Finn. "Thank you, kind friends," Finn said, fluttering around them in joyful circles. "The city of Aquaria, our home, has long been hidden, its magic fading. But perhaps you too can help us revive its splendor." Intrigued, Maya and Nadia listened as Finn explained that the city's magic came from the Heartstone, a powerful gem that had lost its light. To restore it, they needed to solve 3 ancient riddles scattered throughout Aquaria. Eager to help, Maya and Nadia set off on their first task. Their journey took them through vibrant coral gardens and pearly halls, each more beautiful than the last. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to watch part 2 of Maya's adventure and how she finally solves the 3 ancient riddles. Maya's and Nadia's journey took them through vibrant coral gardens and pearly halls, each more beautiful than the last. "This place is incredible," she said. "But why does it feel a little sad?" Finn's radiant scales dimmed slightly as he explained. Long ago, Aquaria's magic shone brightly, fueled by the Heartstone, a powerful gem at the city's core. But over time, its light faded, and now our home is losing its magic. The Heartstone needs to be restored, but only those who prove their kindness, bravery, and wisdom can rekindle its light. Maya looked at Nadia, who gave her an encouraging nod. "We'd love to help." Finn's eyes sparkled with hope. "Thank you. To restore the Heartstone, you must solve 3 ancient riddles hidden within Aquaria. Each riddle guards a piece of the Heartstone's magic. Are you ready for the challenge?" Maya said yes. They followed Finn through a series of beautiful coral gardens and pearly halls, each more breathtaking than the last. Their first stop was a coral archway, guarded by 2 golden seahorses. Finn approached them, and they nodded, allowing Maya and Nadia to pass. Etched into the coral wall behind them was the first riddle. "I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, and yet water brings me life. What am I?" Maya furrowed her brow, thinking hard. It grows but isn't alive. Needs air but doesn't have lungs." Nadia tapped his paw on a piece of coral, and suddenly it clicked for Maya. "It's a fire," she exclaimed, realizing the answer. As soon as she spoke, the seahorses glowed with a golden light, and a soft hum filled the water. "Well done," one of the seahorses said in a deep, warm voice. "You have unlocked the first piece of the Heartstone's magic." A small, glowing fragment appeared from the coral wall, and Maya carefully tucked it away, feeling a warmth spread through her. Onward, Finn said with excitement, leading them to the next challenge. They soon reached a glittering underwater cavern filled with sparkling crystals and shimmering lights. A stone pedestal sat at the center, etched with the second riddle: the more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Maya looked around the cavern, thinking hard. What could it be? She glanced down and noticed their footprints in the sand. Her eyes lit up as the answer dawned on her. Footsteps, she said with a grin. The crystals around the cavern glowed, and a second fragment of the heartstone appeared, gently drifting into Maya's hands. She carefully added it to the first, the warmth of the magic filling her with newfound courage. Finn's eyes sparkled as he led them to the final riddle. They arrived at a grand hall, the largest they had seen, adorned with paintings of ancient sea creatures and stories of Aquaria's past. In the center was a mosaic of tiny seashells, forming the image of the heartstone. Inscribed beneath it was the third riddle: I can fly without wings. I can cry without eyes. Wherever I go, darkness flies. What am I? Maya closed her eyes, thinking deeply. She pictured something that could fly, cry, and chase away darkness. A cloud, she whispered, but then shook her head. It didn't seem quite right. Nadia nudged her, pointing up to where a gentle current stirred the water. Maya watched it for a moment and then realized. A cloud would be close, but it's wind. Wind flies without wings, and it can cry as rain. As the final word left her lips, the heartstone mosaic on the floor glowed brilliantly, and the last fragment floated up to join the others in her hand. As the pieces combined, the heartstone was whole again, radiating with a vibrant, colorful light that filled the hall. Finn swam around them, his scales shimmering more brightly than ever. You did it! The heartstone has been restored, and with it, Aquaria's magic. Suddenly, the ancient city sparkled in a way it hadn't in ages. Maya and Nadia shared a smile, proud of their adventure. Finn presented them with a sparkling seashell. Take this as a token of Aquaria's gratitude. Whenever you look at it, remember your bravery and the magic you helped restore. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to watch Zara's and Maya's other awesome adventures.